When I first saw Black Beacon's gameplay, I just think that it's alright. It's not that big of a deal. A lot of other gacha games, even Genshin Impact, can actually do better, to be honest. A week ago, I saw this mechanic, this whole new playstyle that I haven't seen in any gacha games yet. I was amazed. That looks way too good for a gacha game. It's insane. So I started looking up to some Black Beacons contests to just get a heads up, And oh boy, what a way for them to kill a game. Black Beacon's global apology. This is some Hoyo level. No, I don't even think that Hoyo had the balls to show bias this much towards their own CN players. So here's the issue. Black Beacon has a lot of bugs in their games, so they decided to just send out compensations to the players, giving CN server a 5-star selector and 20 pulls. It looks really good. Unfortunately, the global are not given the same treatments, and instead of 5-star selector, we get only 30 standard pulls. Just think about that for a second. Like 5-star selector is already like around 80 or 70 pull. I don't know the pity for the Black Beacon, but it's a lot, right, compared to 30 pulls. And that is what CN is getting. And you get to select these characters. You get a guarantee. So you could say that this is kind of a misplay by the company. So yeah, I don't see them getting all these players back. There's been a mass quitting bunch of videos in YouTube. There's like a lot of Reddits are making like a strike to 1-star review the game. Review bomb, you know how it goes, right? And just to put a cherry on top of the situation here, the bugs are still there. There's no PC client for this game. And for some reason, the emulator does not work only on global. Yeah, I don't play the game, but it says it right here. Emulator support is randomly broken, and yes, only for global. That is so weird. So I suppose I won't be playing Black Beacon. Hey, I know it's been a while since I last do this. I didn't bother with it last month because it's mostly just the issue with the VAs. I get that it's fun to just laugh at Paimon's VA making a fool out of herself.
Hope this helps.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But come on, the whole drama was so stretched to the point it became so draining to talk about. And I actually did the recap for last month, but I just couldn't see myself enjoying it. Point is, drama that involves people can be very tiresome to talk about. Anyways, let's get back to the fun. So if you haven't already caught up with Wuthering Waves Anniversary, you can go and watch my videos on it. One is a raw feeling and sort of a first impression video. And the other one is basically after giving some thoughts and some research on what went wrong with the live stream. But to put it short, people weren't too satisfied with the version 2.3, the anniversary patch. Because we were to believe that we will be getting 30 free pulls in the first half of 2.3. Right, turns out the other 10 wishes can only be rewarded for those who do the pulls this patch, because that is how you earn these tokens. These tokens are obtained token right there. You earn them mostly through doing some events. You earn like a couple of 100 tokens, but look how much it costs. Like even the tuners itself is very expensive, and you can't unlock the other Radiant Tides unless you reach, how much is this? 2,200 tokens. And I have to admit that is a pretty scummy move by Kuro. Not very player friendly, I would say. And I got some more news for you. I think Kuro needs to hire someone in the marketing department. I really do. I think they're not doing a very good job. I mean, it's getting out of hand in a way that is kind of weird. Every time you get to level 10 in your battle pass, they decide to promote their monthly BP. Kind of annoying in a way. And surely this has made some players feel the need to get those extra currencies that they continuously teasing us. And speaking about teasing, Kuro for some reason just have to show their players that hey, in about 20 days you will get these 10 pools. So you better not miss it, or at least just come back to the game when Chakona arrives and maybe consider getting her too. It really sucks what has become to Kuro games now, because it does seem like Kuro plans to rely on these scummy business tactics. The CN community isn't so chill about it though, that's one thing. And that they even see if there's some of you that are happily accepting the rewards from the anniversary that they have made complaints about, then you most definitely are hypocrites and dogs. Because some of you attacked them back by saying the anniversary was good, and they made complaints while you guys attacked and yet happily accepted the extra pulls that they made happen. You're dogs because you're willing to accept the bare minimum while also well knowing they could have given more but still chose to be a bootlicker. Something like that, right? The community is a bit of a mess right now, you see. It's a bit sad to see that it's split into half like this. I mean, I will still say we'll just wait for 2.4 to see if the company will redeem itself or not. And of course, some of you will see it as why would they need to redeem themselves? A bunch of beggars. I do understand these people where it's like they kind of broke our trust. They kind of disrespect us with the rewards, unlike the past rewards where they show so much generosity and sometimes kind of broke a lot of players' heart through this anniversary. And that's about it. So that's why they need a redemption arc. But this whole name calling is just funny, to be honest. I sometimes don't want to believe that some of the players in Wuthering Waves here might actually be actual kids, like middle schoolers. Thing is, we can be beggars without whining and be professional about how this could affect the game very badly. But instead, we gotta make each other look dumb. And honestly, this whole memes thing may make the people that are satisfied with the pools also, look bad by just switching the roles. Like they could also be whining, like saying the rewards are good, we don't need more, like all this stuff. Like it's a bunch of crap. I just think this is pretty funny. Like Wuthering Waves is going through the exact same thing Genshin Impact has gone through, where people are basically trashing on Genshin Impact during the anniversary, and now Wuthering Waves did the exact same thing and getting trashed as well. But they did say it's a beta anniversary, so we just gotta put a trust on that for now. And if it's not that, then I guess we gotta wreak havoc, right? Funnily enough, during this patch, Wuthering Waves chart top sales in PlayStation Store in Japan during the anniversary patch. I mean, honestly, good for them, really. Moving on to the monthly revenue. Yeah. As always, don't bother believing this, fake reports, all that stuff, and we'll just play along for the laughs, right? I'm really not surprised with Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail being at the top since they sort of take the #1 spot as the most predatory game out of all the Hoyo games right now. The caster situation, then the spending event, and soon they'll be getting the fake collab. Yeah, and even giving a free 5-star archer. I don't really watch Fate, but I have been a big fan of their character designs and also their animation, the studio as well. They're pretty damn good, and I plan to watch it, but I just don't know when to start. But yeah, it looks really cool, so honestly, it's bound to happen. I guess that's what Zenless Zone Zero needs to be on par with other Hoyo games. They're just not predatory enough. Damn. But honestly though, I do hope that Zenless Zone Zero don't become predatory. Despite me not spending a single cent in that game, I do genuinely enjoy the game. Yishuan looks absolutely amazing, and I just can't wait to pull for her. And I think she's gonna be on par with Miyabi in terms of their meta-wise. Plus, design-wise, also very good, very nice. And here's something we never expect to happen. Wuthering Waves sitting on top of Genshin. Never imagine. I always believe that Genshin players are very loyal and always have been the type to continuously spend on the game despite how dead the patches can be. They are very committed people. Wuthering Waves is known to be a copy of Genshin at the start, and with the bugs that was in the game, people are not willing to move on from Genshin to Wuthering Waves. They instead quit Wuthering Waves the first day. But Wuthering Waves have been quite polished and have been their own type of game for a while already. And honestly, one of the most enjoyable game out there. I know a lot of you people like to say that this is still a gacha game, there's a real game, there's real games out there. For the most part, I do agree with that statement. But in some capacity, Wuthering Waves did so much better than what people gave credit for. This is a good game. Exploration being fast-paced is top tier. Combat almost on par with Devil May Cry and Nier Automata. And you probably think I'm reaching, but go and give it a try and compare it yourself. DMC has characters with multiple weapons, and Wuthering Waves with their multiple characters and some characters moves that even change to the alt. The same amount of what the combat can do, the limitation of the combats. Very, very similar, believe it or not. So I do feel like with the continuous improvement in Wuthering Waves, this does deserve its spot. But I think the real reason why the revenue is so high, is not because of that.
Stop! No! Just stop it!
It's because we had the most gooning character in Wuthering Waves recently. Follow up to the most game-breaking unit in the game, Shorekeeper. Antarella and Shorekeeper did most of the job here. I mean, a lot of people did regret not pulling for Shorekeeper in the past, and they came back just to get Shorekeeper. And Cantarella, you know how Cantarella goes. The moment something gooning happens, even people that don't play Wuthering Waves will go to Wuthering Waves just to pull for her. That kind of stuff happens in this gacha community. Yeah, I have a few wholesome stuff to talk about here as well. I want to show you this Zani video. Recently I did come across to this Wuthering Waves ads, and I only got to see it once. So I wasn't able to capture the moment, but I guess it is being talked about, and it's pretty funny. There's people out there saying that they had to censor it because, well, it's a cleavage. And some are saying that it's also because Kuro gave Zani areolas. Yeah, there are some scenes out there, and somebody zoomed into it and took a screenshot. I don't know who. I don't know where to look for it. It's just a glimpse, but I did saw it. But yeah, it's there. I'm not gonna bother looking into it. So that's the part of the news, I guess. Kuro Game officially announced that they are working on a compatibility with Steam Deck. I didn't actually know that it's not on Steam Deck yet, because when they announced the whole Steam thing, people pretty much fully expect Steam Deck to be part of it, you know? But yeah, I can't relate to the whole Steam Deck thing. Never have the need to buy it. I like to be hooked on my PC. That to me is more comfortable. But yeah, this is news to me. After the whole Wuthering Waves anniversary was and people are not satisfied about it, well, we get something like this along the line in the community, where players are sort of hoping that Xenozone Zero please do better. We lost Genshin Impact, we lost HSR, we lost Wuthering Waves when it comes to anniversary. The players just wanna be happy. The moment where the anniversary, the birthday of the game, they wanna feel like rewarding coming back into the game just to see that. But unfortunately, I do see this as another Hoyo game. Xenozone Zero has been good to me in terms of my pulls. I've been winning 50-50s a lot, and so I have no grudge against them. Weirdly enough, yeah, I still think it's a pretty fun game because I didn't lose a lot of 50-50s. So I was able to enjoy the game and yeah, just have fun. So to be frank, I'm not expecting anything from ZZZ. It's another Hoyo game. It's probably gonna be, well, I don't know, 3 pulls. It's probably just gonna be a couple pulls here and there, maybe a full 10 pull, right? That's the bare minimum of every Hoyo games. If any of you ever wonder about the difference in sizes of Genshin characters and Wuthering Waves characters, some guy decided to put the models into the same game and have the sizes of their head scale being the same. And I bet if you were to put Traveler there with Zani, Zani would probably be twice his size. Yeah, it's pretty funny. This is itching me to re-download PGR. I downloaded it once, I just never really get into it too much. I know I'll get insanely overwhelmed by the quests and stuff, you know, but you gotta see the gameplays of these characters, it's insane. The combat is polished, the character looks good, they have the same moveset as they do in Devil May Cry 5 as far as I know. It's crazy how well this collab went. Makes me feel that the Cyberpunk collab for Wuthering Waves feel more at ease. So I pretty much have a lot of expectations for Wuthering Waves collab. And get this, Dante is going to be free in May 22nd. Yeah, probably 2 more weeks by the time this video is released. And of course, Virgil needs to be in Gacha. This is where all the money comes raining. All new players are coming in. So they're definitely going to swipe for Virgil. No doubt. A lot of players are going to come into this game. They're going to grind. They're going to get Virgil. For sure. I did saw this trailer. People say this is Virgil fighting Alpha. I don't know who this Alpha character is, but it looks really cool. The trailer looks epic. I'll probably show it in the screen. Yeah, it's amazing. They even have the same ranking as Devil May Cry 5. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's hitting deep inside me. But I just don't want to go to it. I just don't want to go through all the quests, all the grinds. It's a bit overwhelming, and I just can't spend too much time on playing this game alone, you know? So players decided to take advantage of this moment to show that Genshin has been slacking. Because this PGR is also a Unity game. And yes, I have seen people like to say that you can't compare Genshin to Wuthering Waves because Wuthering Waves uses Unreal Engine, and that's why the combat game looks better. Well, I guess that's a lot of horseshit. But yeah, Genshin could have done it better, but they won't. They're using the game to make more games. As I mentioned it many times, starting with Star Rail and ZZZ, most money was made through Genshin. And look, I mean, the game has massive collaboration with foods, products, you know, to branded company, and instead of improving the game Genshin Impact, we get more games that we didn't even care about.
嗨，你好吗？我现在来到了一个新的位面，这里有好多新奇的事物。
Yeah, Hoyo is making more games to make more games, and will continue to do so. That is why I couldn't spend on ZZZ, because I'm expecting a Fallout. This could be a fun game. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's a Hoyo game and it's most likely gonna be polished. They're good at that. And it's sort of like a Pokemon-like game set in this post year. It might actually be enjoyable. For now, there's no new gameplay yet, so I suggest we lower our expectations and fully expect for it to be a gacha game. So we got some news recently dropped by the Black Beacon dev team themselves. It is basically a form of an apology, putting out a statement like that they're grateful towards the community. Your support and encouragement meant a great deal to our team. And Here's the thing, I think the damage has been done. And if there were no backlash towards what they have done, if the community wasn't enraged for what has happened, they probably just get away with it. They probably wouldn't care all that much. They probably wouldn't bother making all these statements. They probably think, hey, you guys are just happy with the 30 pulls, right? And we're just gonna move on. By the way, this is a transparency towards the company to the community, and they are letting us know that the emulator support is expected to become available within 1 week. So they are making good changes into this, and hopefully that there will be PC client soon to come as well, because there are people that doesn't want to use emulator. Me personally, I don't like using that. I feel like I'm playing a second-hand game for some reason. So I would much prefer them make a PC client. That is a bad move when releasing a game without a PC client. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea in the first place. And Black Beacon has a lot of potential in their games, so maybe this will be good for them, and hopefully that the game won't just turn out to be a complete waste. And that's all I have to cover for this video. It's pretty good, the topics that we covered here. I believe I gave my fair share of takes, so if you have anything you would like to add up on, or maybe call out on my mistakes, happy to hear from you in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you personally want to give me any topics that you would like me to talk about, I will put up my Discord link in the description below. I'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.